So let's go to how Miami came back here. Is there anything that stands out to you from the first little run there in the fourth quarter about how Miami was able to come back while I tweet out a link?
Yeah, I mean, kind of what goes into you know uh, right in with the Bucks' inability to really have athletic wings who can hold up in space and who can guard one on one while also being good in in team principles. Was how the Heat used Jimmy. Like I thought it was like watching them use a knight in chess. Like they kept finding different ways to utilize him. They used him as a screener. They ran him off of screens. They had him run in isolation. They had him bring the ball up. And I thought I loved how aggressive they were in trying to push everything in transition. Even if it
Yep.
wasn't to score right away, like I thought they did a good job of drawing some cross matches early just because they got more bodies across center court
Yep.
before the Bucks did. And that was something that was really frustrating to see from the Bucks tonight. Like I thought just their lack of urgency overall was problematic. So yeah, I think that's what stood out to me.
So let's kind of jump in here. A lot of what they did involve using Bam is basically a point guard. And what that does is it brings Brook Lopez just that little bit away from the rim, not crazy away from the rim. Brook is standing in that 12 to 14 foot range, but he's not directly at the basket when you use Bam as essentially the point forward, bringing the ball up the court. So here you're going to see Bam bring the ball up the court. He's going to throw the ball to Jimmy Butler on the wing. And then you're going to see just a killer screen here from Bam to free Jimmy from Drew Holiday. And this is really the only on ball play that Jimmy made during this run. Most of it was crazy off ball movement, but I think that Bam deserves quite a bit of credit. I had someone in my mentions ask me, like, do the Heat look to move on from Bam if they blow this? And I was like, absolutely not. Bam had like I know he had a triple double tonight. What was it? It was like 20, 10, and 10, right?
Yeah, I
It
think
was
so.
unbelievable. He was
Yeah.
incredible tonight.
To be fair, I mean, he has had an awful offensive series, but yeah, like the trade, hell no. He was awesome
No.
tonight.
Yeah. So again, we're going to get Bam bringing the ball up the court here. And this is just that slick little baseline play, this quick hitter that Erik Spoelstra queued up, where you're going to see, I believe it's Max Strus just kind of sneak behind Drew Holiday here and just get behind him and create that open lane baseline. It's almost like a reverse hammer play, kind of, where you're just sneaking him right in front of Drew Holiday. He's going to clip him. Jimmy Butler is going to be able to get right to the rim. It's just a super sharp, quick hitter. I think that Drew, if you look on the look here, Drew is trying to overplay, thinking that Jimmy, you can't really see Drew, I guess. He's that little headband kind of right next to Jimmy's head. He's overplaying him toward the top side, thinking that Jimmy is going to come up to the wing and just go get the ball. Instead, Spoelstra cues it up. Perfect play call. Jimmy Butler lay in. This play here again, Bam Adebayo, essentially acting as your initiator on the offense here. Look how far out of the paint Brook Lopez is on this play. And you're just going to see they run just this little rub action for Jimmy to come off and curl, noticing that Brook Lopez is all the way out of the paint. And this is a wide open paint for Jimmy Butler to drive into. Again, really sharp, really smart use of Bam Adebayo as your point guard there to initiate the actions to pull Brook Lopez away from the rim. And again, you're going to see it. Brook Lopez away from the basket. And you're just going to see just a quick little pick and roll. They switch the action. Brook fouls him. Jimmy starts screaming. It's simple. Like, this entire series has been based on Jimmy Butler being this incredible off-ball or on-ball threat, dominating and shooting over the top of Drew Holiday and being a maestro in ball screens. The versatility with which they used him throughout the course of this series, I think, was just masterful by Erik Spoelstra.
Yeah, no, 100%. Watching them come back like this was a blast. Like, I mean, totally unexpected, but a major blast. And for Jimmy to do this, like, what was he 56 2 nights ago, and
Yep.
42 tonight? I don't even know what to say about that. Like, obviously, he's been a fantastic playoff player, but this series is like his crowning moment, as far as I'm
I think
concerned.
so.
Like, I don't know how else you can look at it. Like, again, I want to reiterate, I don't think that this is like a juggernaut number 1 seed, but I picked them. I think pretty much everybody picked them. This Heat team looked like an 8 seed most of the year. It never really felt like they were in that upper crust home court kind of team. And for Jimmy to do this this isn't just like they flipped the switch type thing. This has been a lot of Jimmy's heavy lifting and them being pretty locked in defensively while the Bucks struggling too.
Yeah. And this is also the same Miami team that lost at home to the Atlanta Hawks in the play-in game.
And bludgeoned.
It happened a week ago.
Not like a close game. Like, what did they lose by, like 20?
It's terrible. It's a terrible basketball game. So here you're going to see Kevin Love just set like a really good little pin down screen. And Drew is just a little bit late arriving. And Jimmy rises up for the 3. Super simple. And then he took 10 threes, Jimmy Butler. How about that? And then this is the final play of regulation. And again, I have no idea why you either don't have Brook Lopez on with Giannis or you have Giannis at the basket with somebody else guarding the inbounds pass. That is, to me, just like unforgivable to not have a real rim protector at the basket in this circumstance. Jimmy Butler is going to come around. Max Strus basically shoves Drew Holiday out of the way here, essentially. Very, very aggressive shove by Max Strus. And then just the athleticism on Jimmy Butler here. This is like an Odell Beckham Jr. level catch and finish. I can't believe, I was just sitting here. I can't believe what I just saw when Jimmy finished that.
Yeah, I just started laughing. It was pretty nutty, man.
Yeah, just the way that they use Jimmy Butler. Again, that is an off-ball play. The easy play here for Miami would have been to go for the win, to bring Jimmy out off of a pin down at the foul line, get him the ball at the 3-point line, let him take one dribble and try and shoot over the top to try and get like a 20% look to try and win this game. Instead, they use Jimmy Butler's off-ball movement here to try and get this easy to try and get what should have been an easy tie, but it wasn't really an easy tie. Jimmy Butler was a superhero who just caught a Herculean pass and finish, basically.